good.
Okay.
It's good. We're good. Hey, Tay-Tay! She laughed. Hey, Hope Nation. This is Friending Your Pocket Conversation with you, Hope Nation. I think this is episode 19, 20, 21, 22. I don't know anymore. That's a good thing. That means we're rolling. Yeah, and energy's a little. We didn't come to you last week because we weren't here. And we were away. And that's where my tripod is. It's still on vacation. You win some, you lose some. So, how y'all feeling today? You don't look like you even want to be here.
I'm tired. That's it.
What?
I'll be honest. I'm a little tired. That's all right.
They right there though. You just say hi.
I'm tired.
I'm tired. Go figure. And we're all tired. I think everybody's probably asleep. Yeah. How you doing today, Tracy?
Overall good. Sleepy but good.
How you doing, Renee? Mama Pocket. How you doing?
I'm good.
Samaya, around the way with me, man.
Good.
She's one of the people that left my tripod, by the way. She's up. Like that show, Up Shit Street. Y'all watch that show? I don't watch it, but it's a clever name and they got away with using shit on TV by spelling it SCHITT. Up Shit Street. It's a real show. It's on like Channel 4 or something like that. They lost all their money. They had bought this land. And once they lost all their money, they had to live on the land that they bought, which is called Schitt's Creek. Anyway, so are you up Schitt's Creek? Anyway, so today I want to talk about, it's going to be an abbreviated show just because the energy is a little, and it's late. It's very late where we're taping that right now. People have to go to work. But I wanted to talk about people. I've just been having this thing with people. Like, I'm not really liking people. My good brother Polite always says, I'm trying to love you. And I will quote that all the time because I am trying to love people. I love people. I want to love people. I want to be friendly in your pocket all the time. I want to be, but people make it so damn hard because people are just so phony. Like, you just got to keep it real. And if you can't keep it real, don't do nothing. So where am I going with this? So I talk to a lot of people. I know a lot of people. And people will complain about people to you. And the very same people they complain about, they always sniffing up their ass. It's a sickening thing to watch because like, you like it, I love it. But don't come complaining to me about somebody if you're going to turn around and still sniff up what they're behind. You know, we can use our time together doing something else. We don't have to talk about people. We don't have to complain about other people. We can be building on something else. So that just annoys me a lot because I see a lot of fake friendships, fake sisterhoods, fake brotherhoods, fake relationships. It's annoying. And so I just know that certain people like abuse. You know, and you want to be nice to people, but I realize that a lot of people are so used to the system of abuse from childhood and so forth, they don't understand love. Love annoys people. Love makes people very suspicious. It makes them think, why do you love me? Well, if I do that, will you still love me? You know, people think of a million ways to ruin good things, good friendships, good relationships, and it gets very annoying because it's so much work that you don't even have to do. Why we just can't be? Why we just can't exist and live happily? Why do we have to use our love as a science project? I'm constantly being tested by people. People that I go to bat for, do certain things for, and the next thing I know, I'm getting blocked on Instagram. I can't even tell you why I'm being blocked. I mean, I wish I knew. Because what do you do but love people? Give people advice. They call you in distress, you give them words of encouragement. Sometimes people need money, you give them money. So, you know, what do you want to do? So, that's where I'm at with people. You know because you see it firsthand.
Yeah.
And making it up. Can't make this up. So, I can visibly see you biting your tongue.
Okay, Taylor's bringing the bottles.
Yeah, she just love her bottles, yeah. So that's kind of how I'm feeling. I'm not really feeling people right now, and I think we all go through this. I go through it, pretty often, and I'm usually a cheerleader for people because My mother would throw people in the garbage quick. You do one thing, you're done, you're dead. And I'm like, oh no, because this happened and that happened, and want to understand you guys, but it's so hard to understand people and their motives and, you know, why we just can't coexist peacefully. That's all I want to know. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mom, what do you have to say? You're the words of wisdom. You're the elder on the piano.
I don't know. It's hard for me to speak about that because, like you said, I'm not the person that takes people back 2, 3 times. Like, you got one, I don't trust you or believe in you anyway. So if I let you in, you better prove me wrong. If you prove me right, then you have there's no win with me. I'm done with it. And why should I stress myself out with you? What makes you that important that's more important than me? I did that already, and I'm not ever going to do it again because it's not worth it. So if people don't appreciate who you are, they don't like who you are, let them go where they feel wanted.
And it's usually where they're unwanted. They feel them as wanted. It's the craziest thing ever.
There's a lot of wear and tear on your spirit when you deal with people that want to put you through changes, and the people that keep their foot in their neck, they bending over backwards to kiss. So I'm not stressing myself out with that, especially not at this age.
Hallelujah.
Amen.
Any words? You the man in the group.
I don't know. I don't know. I've developed a thick skin over these years. So
Well, I haven't.
I just don't. Nah, I just don't. I don't feel the need for outside validation.
Is it really outside validation?
No,
or what
like
do you-
like validation. Like, all right, so you chase behind people for what? Like, so
Chasing-
like you. I've seen people chase behind groups of people or want to be a part of groups of people for validation.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so that's all it is, because if you're comfortable within your own skin and you're comfortable with the people that accept you and love you unconditionally, then there's no need to be abused by other people.
But they like the abuse, so that's the thing.
Well, however it is. Well,
and they don't get it from you, so they have to go
well,
and
then
find
it's a
it.
mental sickness. It's a mental illness.
And that's what I'm saying. It's like an addiction. Like, can't be peaceful. It's like too peaceful. This friendship is too peaceful. It's no drama. We're not. And then they just have to go and find that. But then they always come back to you all beat up.
And that's where I leave you beat up. And you get yourself out the hole because I didn't put you there. So get beat up and let them stay beat. Don't even try to restore them because they'll turn on you when they get restored. Let them stay beat up.
Fix their little broken wings and they go fly off to the people that broke the damn wing in the first place. Like, whatever. But yeah, I was saying earlier, if people love me the way they so-called dislike and they through with this person, man, I wouldn't feel like this. I can't tell you how many times some people say, I'm through with that person. I never mess with them. And the first chance they get, they right there with the person. Well, I thought she was through with them. So now when people tell me I'm through with you, I'm this and that, yeah, right, y'all love each other, y'all be friends again. And they will. And guess where you be at? Right on the outskirts. And everybody be on their merry way with their little fake BFFs.
And when they start talking, shut up, I don't want to hear it.
Right.
If you don't like them and you got issues with them, go sit and chat with them about it. Don't tell me, I don't want to hear it. And then I'll remind them of what they said and how they went back. So we don't have a miscommunication about why I'm sending you back.
And you be sending them back.
Send them back.
Broken.
Return
Yeah, so
people do better broken.
They do.
They really do.
They don't know how to be whole. You right about that. I write about that in the first book. Are you broken? Do you know where you belong? That's the chapter. So then, these are just conversations that we just been having like today. We had an awesome, journey to Florida. It was really nice. People were so nice. I guess maybe that's also why you start feeling like, man, I need to wear a crown every day, right?
Yeah.
And I wore my crown the whole entire trip. I didn't take it off. And the moment I did take it off, it broke. Piece of it broke off. And that's a real thing. That really happened physically, but spiritually, that's what happened. The moment you step off your throne and your perch and you try to become one with peasants, you get all broke up. Now my crown is missing half the tiara part. I'm pissed off about that. But I got treated so nice because I wore a happy birthday girl crown. And people just recognized that it was my birthday and that they needed to treat me nice. And it was just a beautiful thing. So imagine if we stopped taking our crowns off for people and wear our crowns, people would treat us better. And that's the problem. I'm always trying to sympathize with somebody. What happened in their childhood? What did their mother do? What did their dad do? Who touched them? Like, I'm always concerned with that because I want to work with people. But a lot of times, you can't be concerned with that. You have to be concerned with what people present themselves as. Don't even dig deep. Sometimes don't even go that deep unless you plan to go the distance with people. Sometimes you got to take people for face value. And that's what people did. I wore the crown for 6 days. And every day somebody thought it was my birthday. They didn't question it. They just knew she had her crown on. It's her birthday. Say happy birthday, give her free stuff, do nice things for her. And they really did that. And I guess that's why I felt like so mistreated. You start thinking about the people that you really worked hard for, people that you really poured into, and they don't even treat you like that. And they know you, and they know your capabilities. So moving forward, I'm not taking my crown off anymore, and I'm making that promise. It's staying on, and I ain't breaking it for nobody. So, boom. It's staying on. So what we did discover is that we've never been to Orlando, none of us. Well, you've been back in the day?
No.
It was our first time going. And, you always wanted to do the, are we rolling?
Yeah, we roll.
The stereotypical Disney trip with the family. And it just never was in the cards for us. And it was this year. And it's a trip that took place within 48 hours. It's something that we didn't know we was going to do. We just kind of just did it. And Orlando is not just for children. It's just not all about Disney. We had a great time. Where?
Yeah.
What was our favorite place?
My favorite was Universal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool. You hear Magic Kingdom. Magic Kingdom was magical because an angel named Shannon saw that we were in distress. And she saw that I had my tiara on. It was my birthday. I didn't have a button. Nobody gave me a button that day for my birthday. It was just, the lines were long. They couldn't get on rides. Me and Mom couldn't really get on rides because we were broken up and injured. So Shannon came and she was like, what's going on here? And I explained to her that I felt like I chose the wrong park because adults couldn't really get on all the rides in Disney. And the rides that they wanted to get on, they had 80-minute waits. It was just nuts. So she says, oh, let me fix that. So she gave them like skip passes. And then she says, let me get your number. I'm going to call you. I'm not going to make any promises, but I'm going to call you. 15 minutes later, this woman I had only met 15 minutes prior and only talked to her for maybe 5 minutes. She says, oh, I need to meet you. She meets me where we at in the park, and she had a little birthday party planned. It was we went to go see the fireworks and like a viewing station, and then afterwards in Tomorrowland they give like a little dessert party, and for 9 people she made accommodations for us to have this dessert party and this viewing party for the fireworks. I thought that was so sweet.
For free.
For free. For free, not 1 penny. And it was a very expensive thing to do for someone she never even knew.
Yeah,
so
that was your head.
With that made the trip, that was like the bow on the present. It made the trip so magical. And I thank you, Shannon. I told her she got a friend forever. Thank you, for being a great representative for Disney and doing what you did for me and my family. That was awesome. So that kind of stuff happened because I've had my crown on. And I need to do that in life. Stop taking it off. So she loved Universal. The rides, as I understand, they were awesome.
Yes.
What kind of rides did they have there?
They were like, what do you call that thing? So, what's the word?
Well, like virtual reality.
Virtual reality, yes. I wasn't using the correct word.
Yeah.
And you like ride it in and it's like it moves and it's just like so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like not baby rides, but like the perfect balance if you're like older and you still want to get on. So
But you don't want that spinning upside down crap and possibly falling out. It's safer.
Yeah.
That was really smart of them. I think that's a great idea.
It accommodates all ages.
Yeah. So that was cool. And our tour guide for Universal was my friend, my best friend from 6 years old, Dawn. Dawn Tejada, thank you for being an excellent Universal tour guide for the group because you showed everybody where to go, what rides to get on them. Thank you, that was dope. So that's why we weren't here last Wednesday. I also want to talk about, I'm going to put you on the spot. Yeah. I'm not a girly girl. I don't go sit and get my hair done. I just buy wigs off the internet. And I don't do a lot of the beauty parlor stuff because there's like an etiquette. There's like a certain level of patience that you have to have when you go to the beauty parlor. And I recently went and got, my nails done for my birthday, and that was quite the crazy experience. And that's why I don't really do that because you have to kind of, it's like you get stripped of your ego when you go to these places. You kind of get humiliated because they catch you in the raw form. That makes sense? Like whether they doing your hair and they wash your hair and leave you sitting looking like a wet puppy for an hour, or with the towel wrapped around you looking crazy and the windows all exposed. That's my fear. Like we used to get our hair done even in the Bronx or Harlem. They have big windows, so the guys off the street are looking in because everybody knows the beauty parlor, and you just sitting there looking stupid. So that's why I don't get my hair done in the street because I don't want nobody to see me looking like that. So anyway, I went and got my nails done at this very expensive place where you have to have a nail budget. Go figure. You got to put a deposit down to get your nails done, and then once you get there, they tell you have a budget, and you have to tell them your budget. And if you don't tell them the right number, then the person that you want to do your nails ain't gonna do your nails because they only do nails if it's a $300 and up. That's crazy, right? So if guys had to go through that, they'd have a fit. Like if you sat in the barbershop, you talking about what's your budget. Like,
that's depends what kind of haircut I'm gonna
yeah.
That's wild.
It was wild. I was like, what?
And I've seen and been to a lot of very high-end, luxury, serving mimosa type places, and they don't do that.
Yeah, well, they do that in the Bronx at that. I never. And then the thing was, I wasn't reminded that this is somebody I used to patronize their original shop, and I didn't realize that until I was reminded that you used to go there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So they didn't used to do that.
The price? Hell no. Yeah, no, the budget, that's some new stuff. That's ever since they got a celebrity client, now they got budget. So that was crazy. So we was having very interesting stuff. But my nails did come out nice, even though I didn't have the budget that I should have had. I did still pay a pretty penny, but they came out nice. Quality work. But I think you should have signage. I think for a business like that, you should have price lists so that a menu, so that people can order and don't feel humiliated or embarrassed because their budget doesn't sound correct. Because I think a $250 budget and $300 budget for nails, $600 budget, and you ain't getting money on your nails, I think that's crazy. Especially if it's not coming from like a company, a record company, it's coming out of a hard-working person's budget. Now and look, one of them broke. So you have to, but I did that dancing, wow. But this shouldn't break. Not for the money I spent. This shit should be on, like Teflon. But anyway, shout out to them. So we were talking about beauty parlor etiquette earlier, and Samay had her first like real beauty parlor experience. She goes to the beauty parlor all the time, but out here, it's kind of chill and laid back. But when you go like to a city-fied place, the sitting, the getting bumped for your space in line, the pricing is a little different. It's a little different, right?
It's kind of one of them things where like you go to one person, but you pay a cheaper price, not too much different, not a big difference in pricing, but you're getting like an experience. But I mean, it was overall cool. I'll definitely go back. But you just get to see characters where I usually go. It's just me and her. It's more intimate.
Yeah.
It's more private.
Yeah.
But this other place is like girls, like girl stuff. So
yeah, girl stuff.
yeah.
And you still haven't seen it all because that's a small place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And go to Harlem or one of those
Oh
places.
God, I don't even bother. Even the Africans got drama. So yeah, so my you think that's funny? Wait till you grow up and have to get your hair done. So I talked about that, and you said you'll be back. You like it there. I like the person who owns it. You know, gotta get your rubber.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. Oh, the outlet shopping in Orlando was fabulous. I will tell you that. While I'm stalling because I can't even read my own handwriting tonight. That's how mad I've been. But I'm not mad anymore. I'm good. Oh, you guys. I know it was something I need to talk to you. I need to talk to you about this. What time? How much time we got? Because I want to keep it, I want it short. Oh, damn. 21 minutes already. You jinxed me. I was trying to do 15. You guys, I have a health testimony report. As you guys all know, I was fasting for Nipsey Hussle. I talk about it briefly on my Insta story, IGTV. After Nipsey got killed, I said like that Wednesday, I found out that I had a mass on one of my ovaries, a very big mass that was discovered during an MRI for my back. So it was about 6.8 centimeters, which is big to be hanging off your ovaries. It was actually bigger than my fibroids that were removed just the year prior. So anyway, it popped up out of nowhere. I have an idea. I think it came from some of that medication that they put me on, the anxiety medication. I've been doing research on that. I think some of those things cause cysts and growths and stuff. But anyway, I digress. And I went for a follow-up appointment yesterday, and I was telling the technician that I had been fasting, and I fasted successfully for 44 days. I had no sugar, no carbs or pasta, or I had carbs from fruits and stuff like that, but no carbs from pasta, grains, and none of that, because I wasn't consuming any grains until I went on vacation. So I was telling the technician, and she said, "Oh, it's only that simple. You can't do that. I don't think it's possible." So after she checked me, I said, "Well, does it look different to you?" And she says, "Well, it looks the same to me, but I'll look at the previous size, So about 5 minutes later, she looked. She says, "Oh my God, you did shrink it. It went from a 6.8 to now the cyst is an even 3 centimeters." So I say all that to say that fasting does help. And a lot of times, you read stuff and it seems like hippy-dippy conspiracy theory stuff, but you can starve cancers and growths and things of that nature because a lot of times we are feeding it by whatever we're putting in our bodies, whether it's stress, whether it's food, whatever it is. But a lot of times we bring these things on. So I'm happy to report that I did shrink it, and she snidely said to me as I was leaving, "So the next time I see you, it should be gone completely." So back on the fast I go because I need to prove her right or wrong, whichever, however. So yeah, so that's my health testimony report. I did eat bad in a way. I didn't eat a lot, but I just felt different. I had some really, really good vegan pizza. Oh my God. Lazy Moon, shout out to you guys. They have some good crust, right? If you're familiar with Harlem or the Upper West Side, there's a place that we go to called Coronet. They have the biggest slices in the world. They're about like a half a pizza pie as a slice. And so Lazy Moon has that same concept. Only thing theirs is very, very thin. So it's not all thick and cakey. It's a thin, yummy. And my pizza was called the Tree Hugger. So I got the Tree Hugger slice with the Roma tomatoes, basil, and red onions. And extra sauce. It was so good. How was yours?
It was really, really good. And I ate it all.
Yeah, she ate it all because she's a waster. Yeah. But Lazy Moon has some great pizza. Oh, and we got a shout out. And chili. Yep, their chili was phenomenal.
Yeah, chili was good.
Yeah. We had to shout out Voodoo Donuts. Yeah. Those some good donuts. But I think that I was having some type of reaction to them. I was sneezing and I wasn't feeling good. But they were good. So I would eat them again. I just don't have to ever see them again for another year. I was getting I actually still have one. Actually, I have two. I was getting the apple fritter, the original voodoo. It's like a voodoo doll, and it's I know it sounds crazy. It has a pretzel stabbed through the heart. It's like a demented gingerbread man, but it's cute. That's the signature donut, and it's filled with like raspberry and it's covered with chocolate. That tastes good too. But the apple fritter and the coconut donut, vegan, so good. So if you're in Orlando, go to City Walk, downtown Universal, and get your butt over to Voodoo Donuts. And then if you feel like driving, get your butt over to Lazy Moon. And they have a lot of cute little eateries. We didn't have enough time to like really like explore, but I heard they have great farmers markets and speakeasies and a bunch of fun stuff because it's a university nearby. So it's a really cool vibe. It's about 15 minutes away from downtown Orlando, so it's cool. What was your best part of the trip?
I guess the virtual rides was good. I enjoyed some of those.
Yeah, she was able to, to sit. They have like stationary seats, so you can experience the ride, but your seat actually sits still. Sit still, so you can like see everything and have the feeling of it, but you don't go through the shaking chair motion. So yeah,
that was a good part.
That was cool.
And where we stayed was very nice.
Airbnb all the way. If you go into Orlando and you wanna travel to the parks, stay in Kissimmee. You won't have any phone service at all. However, you'll be close to you'll be right in the middle of everything. Yeah. So that was cool. So I told you about that. Anything you want to talk about?
No, I think I gave my my review on the rides, which is pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yes.
I'm stalling, of course, you guys. So basically, we talked about that. Tracy, do you have anything?
Not exactly.
No.
I don't. I could think of something.
Yeah. I was gonna talk about this is when I was in a better headspace, but a lot of adult children. Do you sacrifice your relationship for your adult children?
What relationship?
Your relationship, your marriage, your relationships or whatever, because they get strained, because adult children are sickening. So, yeah. What I will say,
a significant other relationship.
yeah.
Okay.
What I will say about this is, if you are lazy, relationships are not for you. Relationships are hard work, and if you're lazy, stay single. If you're down to put in the work for a relationship as it twists and it turns, then you'll have a successful relationship. But if you're ready to throw in the towel at one thing or two things, whatever, just stay single. Don't even get involved because you're wasting your time, you're wasting their time. Just move on. And I say that because I've been in the same relationship for almost 30 years, and it's been a lot of hard work. And it looks easy, it looks cute in pictures and everything like that, but there's a lot of backstory. And when you have a family dynamic where basically your whole family is always around, it's hard to manage, and you're gonna run into rough patches. But in the end, in my opinion, it's all worth it because I love family. I love having family all together because at the end, when you get sick, when you're in your deathbed, who's there? Your family. You know what I'm saying? That's all you got. It's that family that you make, the people that are around you most of the time. You know what I'm saying? So you really gotta keep that together. So in terms of relationships, because we've been talking about relationships on the show, it's hard work. How they say, you got the streets and you got the sidewalks. The streets of life is the relationship. If you don't want to be in the streets, walk your ass on the sidewalk, stay single, stay speed dating, stay virtual DMing, do all of that crazy stuff. Do all of it. never sending money to Africa to the prince and all that. Stay in those kind of relationships, but don't get involved in family dynamic, because what happens is you create something that's bonded, and when it doesn't go your way, you can break that up. And so it's been definitely times where in a relationship you talk about breaking up. I think that occurs in all relationships. And you're like, is this gonna work?
That's the first thing you say out your mouth.
Right, like,
out of here.
yeah, do this? Like, we gonna do this? Because you could go your way and I could go my way and this and that, but now y'all got kids and y'all got families invested, people that intermingle, getting to know all these different people and whatnot, and you doing that for what? Because you mad? Because it ain't going your way at the moment? So,
But you better stick with it though, because in the end, everybody's getting old. Everybody needs somebody, and I'm already old, so I know that. You know, if it wasn't for my family, I don't know. I wouldn't have anybody to look out for me because I have no friends.
well, you do, Daddy.
Nah,
You have
they're
friends, but they're
far.
far.
Yeah.
You know, friends, everybody to move on.
And look who you said, Natty. One.
Well, that's your fault, because you always said if you get to be the age you have one friend you like,
Right.
you spoke that thing into existence.
I tried. People just don't ante up.
They don't.
They just don't.
They don't. It's a lonely world out here, I swear. But it gets better. So right now I'm beefing. I'm beefing going on right now. That's what I'm telling you. Shit is hard. And it's like, it's not even a real beef because it ain't got nothing to do with me. It's my family. Like, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta accept that. So love you, Andre. You know, but yeah. Remember that song? You won't remember. Your mom's in my business. She's in my business. I got my whole family in my business. Like, I always got a mother, father, crazy ass father.
Yes.
Brothers. Like, I got.
Back getting A1 treatment after he left. Oh no.
He's my dad, though.
I know he's your dad, but when he get on better.
That's okay. Because he'll be like one of the people that's going to spread their wings and fly the hell away. Go fly away. As long as you fly away healthy, I know that when you was with me, I got you right. I'm good with that. Go. I don't want you broken when you come to me and more broken when you leave me. If I can help people get fixed up and be a rest haven. I said, you a rest haven for hoes. If I could be a rest haven for all the broke down people, at least when I die, I'll be remembered as the person who, man, she sure helped. She helped me. She helped me, you know, and I'll be just up in heaven, just like, okay, finally they tell me that. So I'm happy with that. But I know what I'm here to do on this earth. So I'm going to do my part, even though I feel like sometimes it's not appreciated, it's misunderstood. I don't want nothing from nobody. I just want the best for everybody. I want everybody to win. I want everybody to have money in their pockets. I want everybody to, you know, be able to make decisions for themselves, and then I want them to go out and help other people the same way. So that's just what this whole thing is about, Hope Nation, because you got to have hope in order to move on, because I couldn't survive none of the stuff I survived without hope, without thinking like, oh, maybe it's going to be different. You know, that daydream is hope.
Right.
Right, Tay-Tay? So, you know, I just, you know, I want to encourage you all in closing to keep hope. Keep it alive and well in your life. Keep it at the forefront. Keep it in your heart. I want to talk a lot about trust, but trust, when they say trust the process, trusting the process is accepting. When you trust something, you accept. It's an acceptance. So you have to accept whatever the circumstances are, whatever you're going through. You have to trust and you have to accept it and move forward. So in closing, I want to encourage you all. Right. Nipsey was so right. And it continues. Because once you're going, it's going to go on without you. That's why it's so important that you appreciate yourself during all of this. Because when you're dead and gone, everybody goes on. And they will talk about you. They will reminisce about you. When they reminisce, so will you. My God. Keep rocking, sales smooth. They'll reminisce about you, but guess what? You can't do it over. So, appreciate yourself. Wear your crown. Sit on your throne. And don't take that crown off for nobody. Do your part. Keep hope. Trust in Yah. Trust in God. Whoever you Buddha, whoever you pray to, and keep on going. And let the marathon
continue.
I love you all, Hope Nation. Mwah.